Alright guys, welcome back to the sawmill. It's supposed to rain in about 2 hours. It's supposed to rain for like 3 hours and then quit. So here's my plan for today. I'm hoping to start pulling some of these cedars out right here and measuring them to length and taking them up to the sawmill because I got another order for some cedar. I need to cut 1,000 board feet of 4/4. And there's not 1,000 board foot right here, but there's probably about maybe 600 feet, maybe more, maybe less. I don't know, that's just by looking at it. So what we're gonna do here right now is start pulling these out with the track loader and cutting them to 8 feet and taking them up to the sawmill. That way when it rains here in a little bit, as long as it's not lightning or thundering, we can go ahead and start sawing these up. If it starts doing some thunder and all that crazy stuff, I'll shut down till that quits, but see what happens. These have been laying down here for 2 years. 2 years. I should have had them up to the sawmill before now. Let's get started. As you guys can see, the barn is right here beside me. It's pretty tight right here. The tractor will not fit in here. Track loader is the best tool for this. I'm not sure the best way to get these out of here. Hopefully I won't hit my building. Show you guys what I got to work with here. Right there's the pile of cedar and the timber frame is right there. There's only about, what, maybe 15 feet between the logs and the building. When the logger delivered these down here, the kiln wasn't here and the timber frame, I don't remember if it was here yet or not. It might have been, I can't remember. But this was a terrible place to put logs. And I'm not really sure why he put them back here, to be honest with you. I wasn't here. I bought them at the logging site and I said drop them off, and I never dreamed he would come back here in this back corner and put them right back here on the property line and so close to the back right here. I just don't understand it. There was plenty of other places to put them. So here's my advice for you guys running sawmills. If a logger's bringing logs over, or if you got a tree guy doing the same thing, make sure you're either have a good place marked off with some cones or spray paint on where you want those logs to go, or better than that, be there when they come, because stuff like this happens. And that's one of the reasons why I've left these down here for so long, I think, is just dreading getting in here and getting them out, because the tractor's a lot longer than the track loader. But the track loader is a lot better and a lot faster at moving logs on top of that. So here's my plan to get this done today, or at least start on it. All right, so there's the first log. I don't know how long that is, maybe 22 feet, maybe 24. I'm not sure. I think I'll pull them out of here one at a time, stage them right here, cut them to 8.5 foot, and then stack them over on the side until we put a dent in it, and then we'll start taking them up to the sawmill. And as usual, I don't have my chainsaw with me. Let's go grab the Husqvarna. That right there don't look good. Hopefully I can get something done here before the rain starts. Now hopefully my chainsaw has plenty of fuel in it. Hello there, cabbage. Hope I'm not disturbing you. Just as I thought. Empty. Now here lately I've been using this Husqvarna pre-mixed fuel, and they say that's better for your commercial saws. This is a Husqvarna 372 XP. Any of you guys out there running this stuff? And if you are, does it really make a difference? Because this stuff right here, it ain't cheap. So whenever I'm cutting my logs to length, I like to leave about 4 inches extra. So if I'm doing an 8-footer, I like to do it 8 foot 4 inches. And when I mark it, I just use a piece of bark or whatever's handy and just kind of place it right there where I need to make the cut. That's pretty fancy, ain't it? Piece of bark right there. I guess some guys probably use spray paint or something like that, but as long as the wind isn't blowing too bad, that usually works. So we got 2 logs cut. I know that's not a whole lot, but at least it's a start. It's better than what I had this morning, which was nothing. I got some bees right here in the middle. I don't know if I got into a nest or what's going on right there. You guys want to find another home. But deep inside here, there's some decent cedar in there. They're a lot larger than I thought they were. And this one here at the bottom, it looks like maybe 24, 25 feet. I don't know. So I'll just keep doing what I do until it rains. We got about an hour left. We'll pull them out one by one, cut them to length, stage them, and see what we can get done. I'll tell you what, friends, I'm gonna brag on this saw yet again. I bought this last year right around Christmas. Husqvarna 372 XP. That is my new favorite chainsaw. That one right there I like better than my 461 that I've had for about 10 years. Heck of a saw right there. All right, so some quality control here. Like I said, this cedar's been here a couple of years, and check that out. Nice and solid on the end grain right there. That's what you want to see. With cedar, a 10 or 12 inch log is usually your better saw logs. Like I've said in the past, once you get bigger than that, they start getting a lot of rod in them. And a good example of that is this one right here. It's about 16 inches, and look at that rot right there in the middle. Cedars do great when they're smaller. These larger ones make for terrible saw logs. Well, judging by the looks of things, I'd say the rain is about 15 to 20 minutes out. We better take these up to the sawmill and put these cameras up. Right there might be a bad one. Guys, I got stuck in the rain while I was moving those logs around and I got soaked. Tell you what, that rain came in sideways through the front of the track loader. So I'm gonna go in the house and put on some dry clothes and check the weather. If it's gonna be nice here in a few hours, we'll come back out and saw up that cedar. But if this rain is set in for the evening, I'll see you guys back here tomorrow. And I just realized, I think I left my hat outside. Let's go find it. Yep, right there it is, right where I left it. Man, I hate that. That's my hobby hardwood hat that Robert gave me. See if we can dry that off. If not, if you're watching, Robert, I may need a new one. So I'm gonna wear my hat even though it's wet to punish myself for leaving it outside. Can't believe I left it laying down there. So, like I said, guys, let's go check the weather. And I may see you guys in a few hours. I may see you tomorrow. Regardless, I'll see you here in just a second. You guys hang in there. All right, guys, it's the next day. And before we head up to the sawmill, I need to go over to my neighbor's place and save a goat. I don't know if you guys can tell through the camera lens or not, but right over there is where the baby goat is, and it looks like his head is stuck in the fence. He's been hollering for about 30 minutes. Let's go help him out. It's a little chilly today. I believe they call this blackberry winter. I think. Don't hold me to that. There's our buddy, and yep, he's stuck in the fence. And he's hung up pretty good. I'll get you out of there, buddy, don't worry. Hello there, Mr. Horse. Got all kinds of people up here today with us. Would you hold still? I'm trying. If you'd hold still, I'd get you out of there. You're through. Well, I got him out of there. That wasn't easy. He had a big old head. You guys were no help. Well, that one right there was kind of tricky. I had to cut some of the fence wire to get his head out of there. He only had one horn, and it was wrapped around two different sections of fence plus the barbed wire. And I was afraid I was going to hurt him if I kept on pushing on his head, so I had to cut some of the wire and get him out of there. I do believe, though, if my neighbor would put some electric fence at the bottom of that fence on the inside, he would stop that from happening probably. All he's got is some field fence and one strain of barbed wire on the very bottom. I may mention that to him next time I see him, because this happens a lot. And I don't mind doing it, but I don't think the goats like it. So a little bit of electric wire and a solar charger would probably fix that problem. If you can't tell what I'm doing, I'm backing down my neighbor's driveway. Now let's head up to the sawmill and cut up some cedar. You guys hang in there. Guys, I got about 400 board feet of cedar sawed up, and then I had some unexpected company show up on top of that. So that pretty much just killed my whole afternoon, or my evening rather. It's about, what is it? It's 8 o'clock now and I'm probably done for the day. But before we go, I got 2 more things here left to do before I call it a night. Number 1, I need to go check on the chickens, see if there's any more eggs in there. And number 2, I need to show you guys a project that I'm probably going to start next week and let you guys choose what kind of wood we use. Don't go anywhere. Hello there, Mr. Cabbage. How we doing tonight, buddy? I guess you're doing okay. And real quick here, guys, somebody asked me in the previous video, how is the garden doing this year? Well, as you can see, the garden has not even got started yet. And I'm not sure what I'm doing this year. I thought about doing some raised beds, and I thought about letting this ground rest for 1 year. I'm not sure what we're going to do. I need to think about that and probably do something within the next 2 weeks, because summer will be here before you know it. What are you doing up there? So before I shut these girls in for the night, let's check for eggs one more time. Hello, ladies. Well, it looks like no more eggs. I think we got about 12 or 13 today. And that's about as good as we're going to do. Hello, ladies. Well, looky there, guys. Right there in the bottom. See it? Somebody dropped an egg off the roost bar there. So I talked about this on a previous video. I went ahead and ordered another fuel tank, or a transfer tank, or whatever you want to call it, for diesel, since we have the track loader now. And that thing holds, I think, 25 gallons. The big tractor holds 26. The small tractor holds 20. The Sawmill, that's 5 gallons right there. You know, so I thought I better get me another transfer tank for diesel. So I got a 100-gallon tank up at the Sawmill. That one will stay there. And this other one I got coming, it should be here Wednesday, will be solely for the track loader and the tractors. So right over here, we have a concrete slab that I had poured several years ago, I think maybe 3 years ago. It's 6 foot deep, it's 12 foot wide, and I think this will be a really good place to store the transfer tank. And I may put the log splitter out here as well, I'm not sure. But this slab has been pretty much overgrown, as you can see, with weeds. I need to get down here tomorrow and probably weed eat this and make it look a whole lot better. And do something with those cinder blocks. I got some scrap metal over there. I got all kinds of stuff down here. I need to do some more cleanup on this area. But anyways, I'm going to put me a structure on top of this slab to keep the new transfer tank out of the weather. And nothing really large, just, you know, just a roof and 3 walls. Because the weather does come in this way, that keeps the rain out of it. But here's my question for you guys. What species of wood would you guys like for me to use? And here's your options. We can either use red cedar, or we can use pine. Or third option, we could use pine and do the shoshujibon. I never say that right either. Shoshujibon, that's where you burn it. So that's your 3 options. Red cedar, white pine, or pine with the shoshujibon. How many times is people going to rewind this video to hear me say that? Probably more times than I want to know about. So that's the 3 options. I'm leaning toward red cedar, but it doesn't matter because I don't get a vote in this. So you guys let me know down in the comments which species I should build this with. Stand by for 1 second. First mosquito of the year right there. Man, they're wearing me out tonight. So anyways, let me know in the comments below, cedar, pine, or the burnt pine, and that's what we'll do. And as far as the type of building, I think I might do something kind of unique, something kind of different, not just a plain Jane little lean-to roof right here. Kind of make it interesting. So let me know, guys, because we're going to start this next week, because what is it? Today's Monday. The new transfer tank should be here Wednesday, so we gotta get this started because I don't want that transfer tank sitting out here in a crate with no roof over it. So let me know, guys, down in the comments. I think we're done for this one. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, and we'll see you back here on the next one.